How you doing? This is George with Truck Driver Nation. So what this is going to be the presentation that we're going to give. If you're interested in actually coming to the presentation, please send us a text or an email as soon as you can because we do have these on a pretty frequent basis. But this goes over what Truck Driver Nation is, how we help you in becoming a freight dispatcher, in addition to being learn how to be a driver recruiter, which is basically a side gig. So when you got drivers, you can make money off them in addition to being a freight agent if you decide that you want to go that far. So obviously you can deal with direct shippers. So I'm going to go through this real quick and we're just going to kind of take a quick skim of it. And that way you can see the content real quick. And if you want to come in, so we can go over, but it's pretty in depth. It's 50 slides. And in 50 slides, there's actually a pretty good bit to cover. But let's get started so we can make this a short presentation. So obviously there's a welcome to Truck Driver Nation. So we'll do that. Then it's going to be what Truck Driver Nation offers our students. We go through the course and actually introduce you to what we're actually giving you, all the different features in and out, the different tools that are way beyond freight dispatching school that actually help you be successful. Um, this is going to be talking about the return on your investment, like so, because you're investing in yourself when you're actually coming to Truck Driver Nation school. And in this, it really shows you, about how quick you'll be able to get the return on your money. And so that makes it a lot better for you. So you're not just sitting around got money wrapped up in something that you're not actually generating a revenue out of. The next one we discuss how many actual owner operators there are in the United States and how that benefits you as a freight dispatcher. And why are freight dispatchers really in need in the United States? We go over those topics and we discuss so you can understand why it is actually imperative that we have freight dispatchers. And once we go over, you're going to say, well, gosh, I didn't think of it that way. Well, that's actually the truth. Um, because going with carriers is not always the right answer. And then we're going to go over the course itself. This is going what you'll learn in the course because there's two different ways that we actually give this course. And they're equally proficient in what they actually present in the materials. But it just depends on your learning style, depending on which one you need. One, do you need it? If you need an in class, I don't do nearly as many in class courses as far as the presentation and teaching how to be a dispatcher because I don't have like a basic, uh, like a actual building because I'm virtual too, right? So when I do courses that are actually one to one, that's face to face, we actually do them inside trucking companies because I know a lot of trucking companies and because I got friends that work at them, et cetera. So I use one of their offices because trucking companies have always got an empty office for some reason. But, or if they don't, well, obviously we don't go to there. But overall, they got facilities that we can actually just come in, sit down because it benefits them as well. Because if there's somebody that's, really, really good in that group, then, I always say, hey, if you might want to talk to this guy, he seems like he's really intuitive and it gives them time because remember, the course just is not just one day but I can only do that basically in Chicago area because anywhere else in the United States, I don't really like hang out there long because I like moving around. But when I'm back home in Chicago, that's where my friends are at, so I don't mind sitting still. Now, why is this course and job ideal for digital nomads? We go over, like myself, why this is such a good way to if you want to live moving around. As a truck driver, you've already been moving around, but you didn't get to enjoy the country the way you thought it would because you're moving at 70 miles an hour. So you definitely don't get time to enjoy it, even based on the size of your equipment. You don't have no way to access them unless you're going to do an Uber everywhere. But this, we'll go over and tell you how this actually benefits you and actually how you can actually grow inside this as being a digital nomad and being from anywhere. And this is going to be the same deal, going over everything and all the paperwork, when you're actually out there. So you don't have to do a lot. We're providing everything to you. So, living life, is more your thing instead of just chasing dollar but you have to be responsible to your owner operators. But if you're only doing as many trucks as you feel like necessary. So if I'm in another country and I know I don't nearly have to make as much money that I need, like when I'm in the United States, then I can back off of it unless you're wanting to scale a business. That's a totally different story. But for people that are just enjoying life and moving around the world, then this is great for them. Now, this is going to be, I can't hardly see some of these because it's, hold, give me 1 second. Let me move this. Um, because I'm actually got a presentation bar here. This right here is going to be how actually freight dispatching enhances your quality of life. You know, that should not be it should be pretty much well a no-brainer, especially if you're um, a truck driver, whether you're owner operator or whatever it is, how to be able to exit out of being a over the road truck driver, for example, doing this here actually does give you a better quality of home life. So we'll discuss that. Give me 1 second. It's giving me time. There we go. Okay. Flexibility and control, how it actually enables you to work 100% from home. You don't have to be in the office. Essential equipment, we'll go over what is required as an independent freight dispatcher before you attend the course. This is not going to be a lot about the course itself. It's content. This is discussing why you want to go with us and what we're going to be able to assist you and help you so you can be successful without a lot of external strenuous, problems because we're already supplying everything. Now, why should you become a freight dispatcher? And what is the actual potential of what you can earn? I kind of broke it down in here based on the number of trucks that you need. So we can go over that and you can really see what your potential of your earning potential is. But it's also going to be based on those trailers. Now, obviously, how many trucks you're going to need to do $3,000? We'll discuss that. AI, how AI is playing a different changing role in freight dispatching. We'll go over an invoice and kind of show you what the real numbers are. This in here is not even that old, but we'll go over it just for discussion's sake so you can understand what you're looking at when you're actually being a freight dispatcher. And then we'll discuss how you actually get signed up in our course. It's just a couple of steps. Basically, it's 4 steps that actually encompass the whole routine as being a virtual student to help you get through the program. And then we'll go over the virtual textbook that you can do on the go. So we'll discuss that, how doing the course this way versus being in a classroom settings is just as rewarding if you utilize the tools that we're giving you and you interact with me so we can make sure we're covering all the points. A majority of this is going to be one-on-one because it's this is basically with besides the trucks I dispatch, this is basically what I do full time. And then this right here is going to be if you just don't even need me. If you already a trucker to some degree, people don't even need me. So you can easily just purchase the book and do it, and then we'll give you the test. But you miss a lot of stuff when you do this. But the thing is, if you're that sure about how successful you can be without all my without the assistance and some of the the leads sourcing out data for you and stuff like that. If you don't need it, then this is the best way that you can go. 30 days, we talk about how we get you done in 30 days. The majority of it, you'll understand real quick that you got 30 days. We can get you done less. Actually, some people get done in 3 weeks, but you do have 90 days to complete the course. Otherwise, it might have been a bad idea if you'd even attempt to do this. You just got to have your heart into it. I would not even attempt to do this course. Now, build job board. So we'll go over this, on the reality. This is going to be basically driver recruiting type of deal where we offer jobs and you can make money on the side as well as this because you are in the trucking industry and you're going to cross truck drivers that don't want to be freight dispatchers and you can offer the system and make good money as extra income on the side. Now, this is going to be talking about social media, how you can utilize ours, or even how you can actually use us as a platform to help yourself since we're already branded. So we'll go over this and some of the points that might be interesting to you. This is just talking about your certification, about getting what's the difference between not being certified and being certified. In my point, since I'm actually a driver recruiter too, I don't driver recruit a lot myself, but since we do it, I've got a lot of inlets on being able to get you a job as a freight dispatcher once you get graduated. Maximizing your potential with truck driving. So we do webinars. We do go over and discuss different ways that you can keep. It's not just us doing webinars. It's you actually being able to social network with people inside when we're having these webinars. Being able to social network is a big deal. Making those connections because we are now all in the same field when it comes to actually doing freight dispatching. So that's the point behind going over that. This is going to be your final exam policy, how many times you get it. And we'll go over that because people always have questions because I do scenario-based questions. Platform training videos. We'll go over all the videos, what you get great access to, the software platforms, and how we help you to so you're not spending all the time in the world trying to learn them. You don't need to know the software verbatim on everything. Some of it you're going to learn over time. This is going to be a test question example, how we do that, so you can see how that works out. This is going to be the video store. We do offer this. The people that just don't want to go to school, they just need the videos so they can actually fill in the true gaps. And because if you want the book, you can buy the book. But with the book, it does come with a lot of videos. But then I've got a lot of extra videos that really is not about dispatching in the essence of knowing how to become a dispatcher. This is how we really function out there in dispatching, like all the little tricks of the trade type of thing. So I cover over a lot of stuff more in depth than even in the book in case you need it. The more you learn, the more you actually are going to be better at this. I'm not saying buy the videos and all that stuff, but some of these videos, even I learned stuff off of them when I made them because I was like, okay, and because I had help, I had people look at it and kind of give me a judgment and we'd revise it. This is the car hauling. If you want to know how to do car hauling, I explained to you what I give you in car hauling. I did car hauling for 7 years. Obviously, if you're not used to looking at them, you can look at this truck. If you look at the tractor, you can see the trailer is actually two different colors. And I'm actually just now noticing this too. But that looks like that is actually a mid-rail trailer. So I'm well versed in these trucks on how to load and unload every style of trailer when it comes to the car hauling. And if you want to learn to dispatch for them, I'll tell you how to do that. And we can obviously talk to that on the side as well about getting you that way. This is going over owner operators. If you cannot source your own owner operators, we will do that for you. We'll have a discussion about that and how that works with us. Um, Equipment setup, we'll go over that. What actually makes a good owner operator for hiring and what doesn't. Truck Driver Nation dispatching fees. So I will discuss how we charge, why we charge, and what justifies those charges. Um, we'll go over why we're more than just a dispatch service. Okay. We are not just a dispatch service, and that's the whole point. We do dispatch our trucks and we're very proficient, but there's other things that we do have to offer because we're integrated very deeply into the logistics community. This is why you don't get too many owner operators. You can overdo yourself, and that will cost you your business. We'll go over that. Dispatching tools that we have inside the course, you'll always have access to them. They never get turned off, and we'll discuss that. Product services and legal contracts, how we have all this already set up for you. You don't have to look for none of this stuff. And most dispatch courses don't offer this. That's not part of their way. And then we'll go over, obviously, this is a paid course. So we'll go over all of the different ways that you can actually pay different payments. And we do have a payment portion and the different ways we can pay, you can pay and the different schedules that you have. Um, this right here is going to be basically the pay portal again, a little bit differently highlighted, and the different courses that we have that you obviously can purchase. Depending on what you're actually needing. You may not need freight dispatching, but we do have other stuff that we do also train with. Um, let's see, we allow you to dispatch drivers we cannot cover. This is basically something else that goes back to a previous page, but we'll go over it again. I may or may not need this, but I'm not trying to be repetitive, but this is actually the first webinar that we're actually doing to ensure that we're getting the message across clearly, because us trying to do it over the phone, it's better us to do it as a group. So obviously you get the content a lot better. This is this is actually showing the money you save. When I do in class courses, it's $3,600 because I have to be there every day, just like everybody else. If you do it virtually, it's like really a fraction to get going. So we'll discuss that and how that actually can help you. How our payment and team membership works. We'll go over this, the different options that you have, and how it all plays out and what the overall fee is for the course. We try to get it where you're working with us. I mean, because at least for the first year or so, you need help anyway. So working with us saves you money and benefits us both. Payment options, no contracts, extra fees. This right here, what we do with this is basically if you just need the all-in-one course and you just want to pay it as a flat fee straight out the gate, you haven't signed no contracts, you haven't done nothing. This is literally the flat fee that you pay and we're done. I get you trained up, get you to speed. You still have the benefits of what you need, but you don't own, you don't have to do nothing with us. You still have the course. You can train family or whatever you want to, but we're settled out at the fee we're given here. Let's see. This is about website design. People we have that can build your websites really inexpensive. When I say cheap, we'll discuss this, and then you can see for yourself, and then you can decide if you want to use this service. This is about us outsourcing how we work with the Philippines, and getting you back office support, which is extremely inexpensive. Based if you just need a helper for data entry, or you need a full-fledged dispatcher on your team, then this is the absolute. There is hands down, there's nothing going to beat this. So what we will discuss it. This is a way you can earn free tuition. Basically, you're just doing a bunch of referrals. I mean, it's seven of them. It's not that many, but once you do the seven referrals, and whether you need the leads or not, we can give you leads so you can find referrals that actually want to pay for the course, and then you get everything just for free because you did that. Um, let's see, this here is going to be about driver recruiting. If you decide to do it as an affiliate, then obviously you get a percentage, 70% of whatever we actually charge the carriers for our services. And so you make 70% of it. This here is going to be basically, what is this one? Driver recruiter. This is going to be basically going over the job ads about how we do that and the different features in this. So this is kind of a continuation on the freight dispatching, because we do have a lot of people that do send drivers, and we obviously get them signed up. This is going to be a short discussion because until you sign a non-disclosure, I'm going to show you, basically tell you to some degree without giving you it, how we can give you very strategic ways of using other platforms and stuff that you can have access to. And I'll show you how to save a lot of money. But I don't just give it away because it's a loophole type of situation. And I learned to do this on my own. Nobody taught it to me. So if anybody wants to get whatever and bit, it ain't my fault. You're not breaking into nothing or anything like that. This is 100% legitimate. It's just that they didn't close the gaps in their software, and I'll show you how to use it. Start your own freight dispatching course. Okay, if you decide you start your own freight dispatching course, this is for people because we actually do train for other schools. If you're going to end up opening your own freight dispatch course, you can charge students whatever you choose. We actually just charge a regular fee that we normally have, but they don't, a lot of people say, I want to be a freight dispatcher, and they don't realize not just what it takes to build the business and all the software and everything, but they don't realize um, all the ins and outs that are really deep in depth. It takes years to learn some of this stuff, not just general freight dispatching. We're talking about the things that make you successful as a freight dispatch business or organization. So we do have people that actually, we basically, they get them however they're getting their fees. I have no idea. They just pay us, and we take over as a third party trainer, and we train those students for them, but we will go over this as well. Start strong, operate under your truck driver nation name. This is using our branding and everything. So that way you're already out there until you build your name up, and then you can obviously, do what you need to do. This is about the affiliate portion of actually working with Truck Driver Nation and how we do that to ensure that you get paid for every single thing you do with Truck Driver Nation. And that's really it. That's going to be the bulk of what we'll go over. Then we'll obviously end the conversation in the program, and that will be it. So I hope that gets you interested. If you want to attend the webinar, make sure to shoot a message down there. Maria will obviously help you out, or myself. So text us or email us. We'll get you into the webinar, and we'll go everything in depth. So make sure you got time, because we go through the process of introducing you to everything, discussing it some, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end. And that's when you guys ask me every single thing you need. I hope this gets you interested, but I hope you can see just in that short, quick presentation of what we're going to go over. And there's things in there that won't be really exposed until we actually have the discussion in the webinar, but how we can assist you. And one, if you're in the truck, getting out of the truck, because now this gives you an exit strategy to no longer having to be committed to being in the truck all the time, and not just being a freight dispatcher, but also the opportunity that you can even train your friends and your family without our assistance, because you'll have access to this software and everything permanently. But anyways, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, please either text us, send us an email, put comments or questions here below. And obviously I answer these, right? They don't just sit there, I actually give you answers. And like and subscribe if this helps you out. But I appreciate everybody coming in or that is actually watching my content. I appreciate that. It makes me feel like, obviously I'm not wasting my time, and, kind of moving in the right direction. But anyways, I appreciate it. Everybody have a blessed day. I look forward to seeing you on our next webinar. Just send me your phone, well, your phone number come in through to us, and but also include your email so we can schedule you on the board. And then once we get it, we will send you a thing and give you the next webinar date. And they're free. There ain't no charge to come to the webinar, right? You can ask whatever you want and ask the difficult questions. Don't be shy. This is trucking. This ain't the place to get shy at, because this is a very competitive business that you're going to be responsible for owner operators and making sure that they're making the gross revenue that they need on their equipment, because these toys are very, very expensive. But anyways, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and everybody have a blessed day.